It is great to hear your voice. When you texted me back today, you want to come see me, I was like, oh my gosh, we can finally do that again. And I'll admit, I was not even prepared to be doing these in person. So I'm going to take you up on that opportunity as soon as I can. But until then, what are your emotions? How is today? How is life back with the Islander football program?
Life is great. I appreciate you taking the time to have me on. There is a sense of urgency. There's a sense of joy, a sense of, oh my gosh, we're so behind the eight ball as far as what we've got to get done. But I know I'm not alone as a coach or a program when I say that. But it's just joy. The opportunity for our players to strap on the pads and have a somewhat of a season is a blessing.
Has anyone been tackled yet? Has there been a tackle yet at practice?
Yes. Matter of fact, there's some decent ones today at practice. Guys, today was our first day of contact. And, real quick whistles, but it's a beautiful sound to hear those pads colliding.
So, Coach, I got to ask, where in terms of as we come out of post-pandemic life, does hearing that first good hit resonate in terms of emotions and feelings?
It's the same feeling as the sound of like your newborn baby crying, or no, it's not that.
No, but
it's
for real that I think a lot of people don't understand how football coaches do, things beyond the realm of football. Like, you've probably babysat equipment and kids and yada, yada, yada for so many months now to get this back, that just the fundamental sound of one good, solid linebacker connecting with a running back is just something that I don't think anyone can appreciate enough.
No, I completely well said. It's absolutely beautiful. And there's no doubt that first game we have, and when I say we, I mean coaches and players throughout the state, I'm sure, there will be a tear or several in my eye, even as the national anthem's being sung. So it's a beautiful thing.
Well, so Coach, you talk about things being, technically behind the eight ball. You got a long off season, but not really time around the kids and whatnot. So are you stripping the playbook apart and really trying to simplify? Or do you think the kids are ready just because they've had enough time to at least study this stuff?
Yeah, we're definitely stripping it apart. We're a young team. We only have 8 seniors this year. So we're a really young team. And I've also, the more personally for me, I've grown as a coach. I really adhere to the whole, keep it simple, motto, where not dumbing it down for our players by any stretch of the imagination. You can change a lot of formations, which you will. You can add motions, but mastering a few plays really, really well, as opposed to, my first few years as a head coach in New Hampshire, our playbooks were 4 times bigger than what we have now, but we didn't run anything well, and it was 99% my fault.
Well, and I also I feel like in general, offenses lag behind defenses in terms of how quickly they get sharp and really get to their peak during the season. So I feel bad for a lot of offensive coaches throughout the county who are like, oh, I know that we could get there if we had a couple more weeks. But hey, guys, you've got to figure out the timing on this from day. Take 1 quarter to figure out your splits and everything, because we got to get going. So you guys have a scrimmage this Friday, game next Friday. What is this? Give Coronado Islander fans a look at what this year's going to hold for them.
You almost gave me a heart attack for a second. We have a scrimmage not this Friday, but next Friday on the 12th. Yeah, so it's we're a week and a half away or so, a little bit more than that. Our first game, we're kicking off against San Marcos High School. I couldn't be more excited. Understandably, I don't think there's a individual outside of our program that believes we have a chance at competing with them. And we've had some really good hard conversations with our players, and they understand that I wouldn't sign us up for something that I didn't believe we can compete in. And I'm a firm believer, especially in this year of all years, I'd rather compete against a phenomenal team and albeit lose, although that's never our goal, than sit out a game. Our schedule worked out where our first week was a bye week, and then we only had 4 games for our league schedule. And that's if we don't get a game canceled because of COVID protocols. So
let's not put any of that. Let's not put any of that out into the world. No, we don't need any juju hanging over us in any sort of negative space.